This is not a kid-friendly show.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So we've got more information regarding Batch 2 of the Arc region, so I thought I'd give you guys a heads up. I don't want to reiterate anything I've covered in the RuneFest 2016 video that delved into this topic, so the link to the video will be in the description and on screen now. If you haven't watched that video, I suggest you do that first because this video will add to all the information from that video and assumes you know that information already. First up, we have a release date. Batch 2 of the Arc region will be coming out October 10th, 2016. That's a week and a half from the release of this video, which is much sooner than I expected. And just to get you excited for it, I gotta say, they really made a massive turnaround from Batch 1 as it's looking fun, engaging, useful, and best of all, not a major grind fest. If you haven't got it started yet on Batch 1, I'd honestly recommend just waiting as things are going to be made much easier and faster to obtain when Batch 2 goes live. The first thing you'll notice that in the Arc region travel interface will now include our new islands with the Batch, as I'm sure you'd expect. So you can see on screen now that's what it'll look like. Moving on, we get to look at what Cyclosis is shaping up to be. They mentioned that they want to give the feel that the player character is very small, especially in comparison to the Cyclopses, which are twice as big. To do this, much of the environment is scaled up in size, like the buildings, bridges, etc. So it has a really nice feel to it. Next up, I talked about new skills to train in the Arc, one being divination. So this is on Cyclosis, but you may come across this on the Uncharted Isle from time to time. It's a dying or deceased Maui head that is spewing out divine wisps for you to harvest from. There will be a new NPC who is willing to buy energies off of you, and you can use it to transmute your Arc resources to higher tiers, which they recommend to lower level players. I also mentioned farming as a new addition to the Arc skills. Here we see a mushroom cluster that you can constantly collect mushrooms from until it depletes. The unique thing about this is, it's nothing like any farming we've done before and is much more akin to any one of your other gathering skills. So we got a new semi-AFK farming training method. So here we have a new Aviancy NPC named Odd Billy. He's the one I mentioned in regards to bird watching in the last video. We still don't know much about bird watching, but he's asking you to help him find these birds for his research. What he may be researching and why is still a mystery. Here we have a look at the islands that once were turtles. It's a nice chain of smaller islands with this darker nighttime feel to it. It also has something known as the Turtle Portal Network that allows you to travel among the turtle islands fast and easy. Here's where we saw the farming mushrooms from earlier, and here is where the NPC is that will buy the divination energies off of you. Moving on, anyone who has a tourist brochure will find that it is changed to the Arc Journal that I mentioned in the last video. If you don't have one yet, you can get it from this NPC on Wyco. Nothing new here. It tracks all your progress in the Arc region, but we already knew that. The journal does show, however, that we will be getting 6 new mini quests with this update. So that's good to know. Also, I just want to mention that they lowered the chimes per hour rate on all the main islands but buffed the XP. The reason for this is because they want the main way to get chimes to be by exploring the Uncharted Isles. Not to worry though, not only have they made it much cheaper to reach the Isles and supplies are more abundant, the chimes per hour rates are much greater this time around. Also, they didn't show this, but there are some good things coming to the Uncharted Isles as well. First up, for some aesthetics, there's a toggle that will allow the Isles to have new landscape shapes like valleys and hills, even volcanoes, to make them look more like islands and not just flat land. But a new thing that they're adding are extra rare and regular resources. Uncharted Isles will now be able to spawn up to 5 different skilling locations on a single island. If you already have an island claimed before this, you may find your island has more resources than before. Those seeking skilling pets would be happy to know that all skilling methods in the Arc will grant skilling pets. Now if only I could get one of my own. As far as rewards goes, the XP lamps that you get by spending chimes have been reduced by 10 to 15% of the original price. They say in addition to being great XP by simply training in the Arc, these lamps add a really healthy chunk of boost to your XP per hour should you choose to spend your chimes that way. And I've mentioned the Hunter outfit in the last video. We got no new information on it as we know what it does already, but I do have a picture. This is what it looks like. Make with that what you will. It looks really weird to me. Anyway, you can also buy new divination scrim shells that can do things like auto-destroy memories for XP. And the last thing they quickly hinted at is the Bone Picker. It's a new upgrade to the Bone Crusher. It's a permanent upgrade that will automatically pick up bones for you. It picks up all the bones that you don't have toggled to the auto berry, which will cost around 25k chimes. So if you really want that, you can get started on it now. Anyways, that concludes all of the new information I have on the Arc region. It's looking to be really cool, I must say. But yeah, I gotta say thanks for watching. If you liked the video, why not hit the like button? And if you like me, why not subscribe? I'll come at you with more RuneScape news as I hear it. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.